What am I doing with this? Right. Hey G Nation, it's your favorite nurse Jasmine, and I'm back today with another nursing video. So today's video is going to be in addition to my Back to Nursing School series that I've been doing here on my channel. Since school is approaching rather quickly, a lot of us have countdown days. Mine is 26 days and counting. If you are new to my channel, I am a registered nurse, but I will be going back to school for my FNP soon, and I will be documenting my whole journey. So make sure that you subscribe before you leave, so that way you can follow me through nursing school. You know, we can struggle together, okay? So today's video is courtesy of the poll that I took over on IG, and I asked you guys what you wanted to see, and a lot of you wanted to know what I felt was the hardest part about nursing school. These are not things that will be hard for everybody. It is just things that I personally struggled with. So if you're interested, continue to struggled with the two classes, and I know one of these classes that I'm going to name a lot of people struggle with, and the other class I'm going to name a lot of people breeze through. So this just goes to show that everyone's struggles is different, okay? So the first class, of course, pharmacology. Who did not struggle with pharmacology? Raise your hand. Okay, I'm gonna put mine down because I struggled. Not everybody struggle with pharm, and I am completely aware of that, but I'm gonna say majority of my class really struggled. We had a lot of extra study time with our professors. We had a lot of study groups for this class. Pharmacology is just such a hard concept to grasp, and then on test days it would be like, this is your patient, this is what they experience, what drug should they take? And in my head I would be like, I am not the doctor, I do not prescribe these meds, why are you asking me these questions? I don't know why they phrase it like that, why they test like that. It could have been my school, but either way it went, it was difficult. As I got a little further into the class, and I realized that if you break them up into categories such as like, if you break them up into like your beta blockers or your anticholinergics, then they're a little easier to understand, and a lot of them have like the same side effects and a lot of the same symptoms that you would look for once the patient took this med. Overall, it was just very difficult. I left pharmacology with an A, but it was a very hard A to get. I'm gonna just put that out there. So the next class is peds, pediatrics, little kids, anybody under 18, child. Now, I know some of you guys are gonna be like, how did you struggle in pediatrics when you have 2 kids? That's exactly why I struggled. I noticed a lot of people who actually had kids found it very difficult to get through peds, and it's because you compare a lot of the stuff to your own kids. So when it came to like growth and development, my kids, I guess, developed a lot faster than what the book said that they should be doing. So when it's like, what age should your kid be walking? I'm thinking, well, my son started walking at 9 months. So, 10 months? I mean, I couldn't understand it in regards to my own kids. Now, a lot of people who did not have kids, it was very easy for them to understand like the ages and all that other stuff, but it was just very difficult for me. I ended up leaving pediatrics with a B, but let me tell y'all, it was a very hard B and it was a very low B, but it was a B. So I know a lot of you guys worry about clinicals, and I was very stressed out when it came to clinicals because I don't like people staring at me, and I don't like people being really close to me when I'm doing something. So when you're doing like a procedure, like a central line dressing change or removing a Foley, and your instructor is like right here up on you to make sure that you're doing everything correctly and that you don't give this patient an infection, I was just like, oh my gosh, back out my bubble. But they have to do it. It was just personally not within my comfort zone. I actually love to do hands-on procedures, so that wasn't really what my concern was. It was just somebody staring at you and like judging you. Like, nurses are like, prime this tubing without bubbles, knowing that as a nursing student you can't do that like your first go around. Eventually you get a lot better at it, but it's very hard when you're just starting out to prime IV tubing without getting bubbles in it. And they do it as like hazing. Now that I'm a nurse and I know a little bit, they do it on purpose, but while you're in that situation, you are sweating bullets. Along with the fact that you do 12-hour clinical shifts and you get no paycheck. I was like, oh my God, can we break these clinical hours up into like 8 hours at a time or something? Because I'm on my feet for 12 hours and I am still broke. Like, I was just, that used to stress me out. Nursing school is like no other school. I'm pretty sure med school is very difficult and law school is very difficult, but I don't know. Nursing school is just a beast of its own. And when it came to test time, I am just like the worst test taker. My heart rate gets really high. I have little small panic attacks. I legit started breaking out in hives like the end of year 1. And it was just the nerves of taking a test. I'm very slow test taker. I'm usually one of the last people done. And I go back and change my answers a lot. Once we got into select all that apply questions, shoot me now. It was the most difficult thing I had to do. And it was like a lot of us. It wasn't just me. A lot of us used to hate the select all that apply questions. Like, just thinking about it now makes me hot. Because sometimes I would get them right, but majority of the time I would only get partial credits from the professors who gave us partial credits. But there were some professors that was like, no, you didn't get them all right, it's wrong. And I would either select 3 answers and only 2 answers was supposed to be selected, or I would select 3 answers and all of them was supposed to be selected. It was just a mess. I remember that my anxiety would just be so bad before the test. Oh, that was just very hard for me. I ended up getting put on beta blockers and everything in order to like lower my heart rate before a test, because it was just that serious. If you have not watched my NCLEX video, and it is so cringy. I want to take it down all the time, but I still get so many comments and so many questions about that video that I don't want to take it down. I'm thinking about doing a reaction video to it, but yeah, I haven't watched that video in a long time because it was just so horrible. I don't know, it was horrible. But on NCLEX, I had a lot of select all that applies questions. But on NCLEX, I had a lot of select all that apply questions, and it was still difficult. It never got easier. Okay guys, so the last thing I want to touch on about nursing school that was super, super hard for me was definitely feeling like I never got enough sleep. I was always tired, very sleep deprived, because I felt like there was never enough hours in the day to do what I needed to do. And when I wasn't doing anything, I was always like, you need to study. That is not a good thing. I can tell you guys that now. Definitely give yourself a break. It is not good to study continuously hours upon hours, because then it's like going in one ear and out of the other and you're not retaining anything. I developed a really bad caffeine habit. It started my Starbucks addiction. I'm saying it like I was doing drugs, right? But no, seriously, I was drinking Starbucks like once, sometimes twice a day, because you get up early, you're doing clinicals really early, you're doing 12-hour shifts, and nursing school is just a full-time dedication. I also was addicted to rock stars. Thank God I have weaned myself off of those, but I have kind of replaced it with Monsters, so it's not really better. But my best advice to you guys is definitely take advantage of the sleep that you can get. And on the weekends, if you have the option of sleeping in, sleep in. Even if it's an extra hour to 2 hours, take advantage of it, because your body will feel better and you will perform better when you have more sleep. Like I said, everything that was hard for me might not necessarily be hard for you, but I did want to give you guys a little bit of insight on what I felt personally was difficult. However, I feel like when it comes to your subjects, once you find a subject that is difficult for you, don't feel scared to reach out to a professor, reach out to some of your classmates and tell them like, hey, I'm struggling, I need help. No one is going to think bad about you. No one thinks they're supposed to come into nursing school and ace everything. So definitely, if you're struggling, I would advise you to seek help before you fail out. because a lot of programs you're only allowed to fail 2 classes and you're kicked completely out of the program and you're not allowed to reapply. So I would definitely say make sure that you get help early versus waiting until there's no help at all. When it comes to clinicals, don't be scared. A lot of nurses will haze you. It's a part of the culture, but a lot of them will also let you do a lot of stuff that your professors won't even let you do, which I think is pretty dope. So definitely make sure that you try to soak up as much information and do as many skills during clinicals. As far as getting paid, it ain't happening. So when it comes to test taking, just try to, you know, calm down as much as you can, speak positive vibes. Just try to collect yourself, and if none of that is helping, definitely seek some assistance from your physician. When it comes to being sleep deprived and tired, there's really nothing I can tell you guys to help resolve that except sleep when you can and study when you can. Try to find a balance and yeah, do the best that you can. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave to join G Nation and never miss any of my videos. It's absolutely free. And if you are not following me on Instagram and Snapchat, go follow me. Like, why are you not following me? I post some real cute pictures on there. Like, follow me on the gram. Okay? Like, no, like right now. Get your phone, follow me on the gram. I'll wait. You follow me? Okay, alright. Also, make sure to check out my nursing store. I will leave the link below. I have some nursing teas as well as some nursing school bundles that I know you guys will love. So definitely check that out. And until the next video, I love all you huns. Bye.
It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight.